Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome to the third and final part of my Mountain Cottage Let's Build. If you have not seen episodes 1 and 2, I highly encourage you to go watch those first. There are links to those in the video description, so check those out. But guys, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So this is where we can get a little bit sneaky if you'd like. So what you can do here is we want to have some light that goes over this way. But we don't really necessarily need this to even be visible from the inside because it doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever. So we could just leave it. We can come over here and we can basically just find a way to hide just a little tiny bit of glowstone. Maybe like right there? No, not right there. That's not going to work. Maybe we can hide it here, behind the window, or something along those lines. I mean, I'm sure you could figure out, or we could use, what we could do, let's do this. This would probably work better. Put torches, just like that. That will probably work much better than it would otherwise. And we'll just come up here and patch up that hole. There. And now you would never even know that that window is there, at least not from the inside. But this needs to be dealt with as well. We need some sort of support structure or something to make this a lot more interesting. So let's see, maybe if we go, say about here. That looks to be about the right spot. Did we bring that all the way down? Yes, we did. And then to right there. And that is what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3 in from the main part of the house. So here we could go 1, 2, 3, bam. And basically just repeat the pattern. And actually, I think if we did it in those two spots, I think that would be enough. Especially if we took some oak wood stairs and did that. How's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. That'll do. And that'll do quite nicely, I think. So we'll repeat that over here. Like so. We can probably put oak stairs there. And there. So now we've got some support beams. And that obviously looks a lot better than it did. It's much more of an interesting roof now than it was, which is good. That's what we were going for. So let's see, windows. We can probably put a window here. And we could probably put a couple of windows over here, actually. Maybe like one here and there? No, not there. Let's maybe bring that one up a bit. So we'll put some windows in there. We'll put maybe a big window there. And over here, we can probably put in a couple windows as well. Maybe one there. Because it makes sense. We could put a window here. Here, and then is there a middle? Yeah. Something like that. Up here, we're just going to leave alone. And out here, I don't know what I want to do. I need to do something over in this little section, though. Otherwise, it's going to look really derpy. And really dull. So maybe we can put a window here, actually. That might work. Just to kind of add a little bit of variation there. And then what's right here? Not much. I mean, I suppose we could put one here too. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that. All right, cool. So let's go grab some glass materials. I'm thinking we'll use light blue. Light blue might work. It's nice and... Let's see. Nope, nope, not light blue. Not light blue. Let's go with maybe light gray. How's that look? Yeah, that looks much better. We're going to go with that. And we're just going to fill in all these windows with this light gray stained glass, just for the moment. And then we'll do a couple things to make these windows look a little bit better. Because right now, they're just kind of boring. They're just kind of boring windows right now. And that's okay, but it's also not okay. It's one of those things where no one's really going to fault you, per se, if you just do your windows like this. But at the same time, you're not going to wow anyone by doing windows like that. So let's use some wooden trapdoors for shutters. And we'll just put a few of those next to each of these windows. Just like that. We can also put some there and there. This one, I'm kind of thinking will only have shutters on one side. Because, you know, it's only a single window. Let's also fix that little roof bit. Come on now. There we go. We'll fix that up a little bit. And this one's all sorts of weird. Let's just go... Let's just put a stone brick step right... Actually, yeah. Just like that, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway, back to shutters. We're going to put shutters on either side of that. And there. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing as well. So here we're actually going to have 3 identical windows on that side. So that looks a little bit better than it did. Here we're just going to do the one shutter. Like so. Here I'm kind of thinking we're going to do 2. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but that's okay. We forgot some window panes, so let's fill those in. There we go. And that looks pretty good, I must say. We can also put a window right there. So that's a good start. That's a pretty good start. Oh, and we've also got a window up here. I think we're just going to go without shutters on that one. Okay. So, we're off to a pretty good start now. We can add some additional detail to this by taking some cobblestone walls and putting them on top of the chimney, just like that. That looks like a proper chimney if I do say so myself. We can take some cobwebs and put those up here as smoke. This is an old trick, of course, but still a good one. Works quite well. And we're just going to kind of get a little smoke coming off the house. Just like that. And then we'll break a few of these just so it doesn't look quite so... Yeah, I think that'll work. Maybe take a little bit more out in here. I think it's just a little bit too thick right there. There we go. That's better. So I've got the smoke kind of going off when you look at the house. This is the front of the house. We've got stuff over here. Over here, this side. this side could use a little bit of love. What could we do over here to make this look a little bit better? Because right now, it's got a little bit of depth, but it doesn't have nearly enough. The same goes for parts of this side. So what can we do here to make that look better? Decisions. I can't put in another chimney because we've already got one of those. I suppose we could do some landscaping. That might make a big difference. So let me get all this filled in. Alright, so we got some of the grass in this area filled in. Let's take some bone meal. And we're just going to bone meal all around here, because that's a good start. We're going to leave kind of a pathway there. And now that we've got that bone mealed, we're going to start kind of making some of this grass a little bit taller than others, because it just kind of helps when you've got, you know, a little bit of definition and variance in the height of some of the stuff. So we'll do something like that. And then here, we'll just kind of take maybe some coarse dirt, maybe even some podzol. And we'll just kind of mix that in along here. Podzol doesn't really get used for a whole lot of stuff very often, but I think it can be used for a fairly nice pathway when done correctly. So something like that maybe, and then here. You know, just kind of a little... I don't want it to be completely... Yeah, I think that'll work. So yeah, kind of our dirt pathway that leads up into the mountain house. We need something right in here. So maybe what we can do is take some spruce and some bushes. And we can maybe make a little super easy, little small custom tree. Something like that. And nope, that covers too much of the house. I don't like that. There's also a really super easy custom tree that is perfect for little small things like this. Custom tree. There you go. It's a very little one. It's a sapling. And what we can do is we can actually just mix a couple of those in around this landscape. You know, here and there. Grass. And those don't look too bad. They really don't. Why do I keep doing that? We'll just mix a couple of them in. And you can vary the height a little bit if you want. You know, if you want to make this one, say, 3 tall instead of just 2, that's fine. You know, I don't think 1 tall looks very good, but 3 tall certainly doesn't look too bad. So we'll maybe, I think I'm going to keep them to 2 just for right there. Now, how can we go about making some of this a little bit more interesting? Well, the landscaping certainly helped. Okay, so I tried the bushes. I tried putting some bushes up here, kind of like as ivy on the roof, but I didn't really like the way that it looked, so I've changed my mind about that. We'll maybe try something different to kind of break up this wall a little bit. So maybe what we could do is we could take some cobblestone walls, there we go, and we could maybe run like a drain pipe along here or something, maybe even a couple of them, just like right through here. And what that should do is that should really help kind of break up the general monotony of the house. Or I shouldn't say of the house, I should say just of this wall on the house. I don't think I like those right where they're at, though. So we're going to have to explore another option. I do like the drain pipe. I just don't like it right there. So maybe what we'll do is right here, we'll put a little drain pipe. like that. And we could maybe even put one right here as well, although I don't think it's really needed right there. I'm thinking this is fine. So what else could we do? We could take flower blocks like that, or we could take some blocks like that, or even better. Even better. We could come back here. Let's see if I can pull this off. I learned this trick from Andy as Yoda, one of the new Stud Tech members. He calls them Jedi shelves. And I think they're really cool, but I'm not really sure exactly how to make them. I don't know. I think it's fine with just the normal stairs, honestly. I don't think that's necessarily bad. Might work just fine with that. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's maybe put some of those there, and then we'll take flower pots. And we'll just put a couple flower pots in front of each of those windows. And I personally love birch saplings for flowers. I think they make wonderful looking flowers, kind of like a hosta or something like that. And then we'll just kind of put some of those in there as well. So, you know, kind of mixes it up and woo! Breaking things. I am breaking things. Let's maybe put something different in there. Maybe a red tulip. There we go. So that looks a lot better than it did. And then we could probably do something very similar on this side as well. It's a very minor detail. It really is. But it makes a huge difference when it comes to whether or not this is going to look pretty and interesting. And there we go. Now we've got ourselves a nice little mountain home. Although I think we could maybe benefit from having just a couple of flowers right up there as well. I like it. I do. I really like it. Here, maybe. What if we were to put some stone bricks right there? Yep, I think that helps. All in all, I think I'm pretty happy with this. It gets the job done. So guys, I think I am going to call this build complete. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. Am I really bad? Oh, those are zombie pigmen. Those are zombie pigmen. Okay, so that didn't go according to plan. Maybe we need to hold off before we go up there.